Yo, what's going on, guys? Waffles here, and in today's video, we're going to be judging your inventories and giving them a score out of 10. I hope you guys enjoy. If you're new, consider liking and subscribing. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's jump into it. Basically, earlier today I asked everybody to put their inventories in here. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go through all 3 pages, Season 1, Classic, and Holiday, and if they have pet section as well, I'll go through that. And we're going to be giving them a score out of 10, which you can see at the top right of your screen. So this submission, first submission, is by Quirky Rockets. He's got a Tides, a Ginger Luger, a Clown Gun, a Clown Knife, and a Star. He does have the Clown set. I rate it. He has the Dungeon Knife in Halloween. Alright, it's very bare bones, minimalistic. If he had Ginger Luger, this would be like an easy 6. And he had nothing but Clown set and Ginger Luger, that's probably a 7. Because it's very bare bones clean, but it's like a fit set. So I think I'm going to have to give this one a 3. I think that's pretty fair. Let's move on to the next submission. Alright, moving on to the next submission, we have Officer Zen here. He submitted a video. I've already taken a quick look, but I'll show you guys again. So he has a couple of Season 1 weapons, Barebone Classic, and No Christmas, and a small bit of Halloween. How many skeleton keys is that? How many does it show? Does it show? Okay, it's just 1 skeleton key. He doesn't have any sets. Does he have the clown set at least? Nope, okay. He doesn't have the clown set. I think I'm going to have to give Officer Zen here a 1 out of 10. I think that's pretty fair. The 1 is the lowest you can get, but it's also a score. I don't know. If you had something like a set, that'd at least be like a 2 or 3. But since you don't have any sets, I think a 1 is pretty fair. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, guys. The next person to submit, we have Intano here, former staff member. Alright, straight off the bat, Godly Bioblade, Eternal 3, Gemstone, and a Legendary Rune. Corrupt, laser, okay, he's got quite a bit. Alright, okay. Here, I can go full screen on you guys. Wait, what was his Christmas section? I didn't see that. Here, wait, go through. Nope. Okay, only a Frostbite. He does have a Cavern set. I rate it. He has both Green Fire and Red Fire. I rate it. And he's a Fire Cat. Alright, and he does have like a very big classic section. Yikes. I think I'm going to have to give this a 5 out of 10. It's kind of lacking in the holiday section. The classic section is really good. Season 1's actually pretty good too. The chromas, I mean, I'm not going to really worry about the chromas. They're pretty good, but it's chromas. I don't know. I think a 5 is pretty fair. Maybe you know what? I will raise you a 6. I'll give you a 6 on that. I will give you a 6 on that. So, GG Intano, I'm going to rate your inventory 6 out of 10. Man's playing... Okay. One of my friends is playing Rainbow. But yeah, 6 out of 10. It's pretty fair. Alright guys, moving on to the next person. We have quite a few submissions. This is by Aiden the Loser. Not a loser, dude. Oh yes, Corrupted. He was in a stream. Shout out to you, bro. I know for a fact you were at yesterday's stream. Okay. Bioblade, he has every weapon you can get in Season 1, except he does not have the 2 Eternals. Ooh, that's minus points right there. If you had the 2 Eternals, that would be so clean. You'd have every every Season 1 weapon. Okay, he has the Saw set, he has the Heat set, he has the Luger set. Okay, I think he has the set of everything. Maybe a Fang? The Fang might be lower, he's not showing it. Quite a few, it's mostly chromas though. I don't know. Halloween's not really redeeming you. You don't have any of the OG Xmas. Okay, you do have Xmas, but you don't have any of the sets in the holiday, and you don't have any of the original Lugers. So mostly it's your Season 1 and your Classic section that's going to give you points here. If I had to give you a fair score, you do have more than Intano. I think a 7.5 is warranted. It didn't even go on screen. I'll give you a 7 out of 10. A 7.5 out of 10. The 7.5 doesn't go on the screen, but a 7 out of 10, I think that's pretty fair, all things considered. If you had a better holiday section, I'd give you an 8, maybe a 9, but I think 7 out of 10 is pretty fair, considering my judging skills. You don't also have very many rare stuff, at least not to my immediate attention. This is mostly new stuff, which is also going to warrant less points given. But 7 out of 10 is still a great score. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, moving on to the next one, we've got Zappy. Let's check it out. Oh, we got volume on this thing. We don't need the volume. Okay, wait. Okay, Lightbringer Gemstone. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. 2 lasers. It's very clean, very OG. It's giving me nostalgia. Not too many godlies. Nothing that's that recent, which is actually really nice. I rate it. A lot of rare commons. Okay, that's going to give you a lot of points. 1 shadow. Minus points for the shadow. I do not like vintages. If you had the full set, I rate it. But 1 vintage on its own, kind of out of place. You know what I mean? Okay, couple of wrapping papers. I rate that. That's gonna give you, and a box of fertilizer. I'm gonna definitely give you bonus points for that, my friend. A couple of OG ish Halloween knives. Is he gonna show the pet section as well? Yeah, he does. Okay, he's got quite a few. He does have Steambird. I rate that. Traveler. Okay. All right. Okay. Zappy. If I had to give you a score out of 10, you don't have as much as the last, but it's very clean. You have a lot of OG commons, and that's going to give you bonus points. I think a 7 out of 10 is warranted. Maybe a 6.5. Obviously, I can't really do 0.5s, but maybe a 6.5, somewhere in there, because of the shadow. I really don't rate it when people have vintages on their own. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like you're never going to use it. If you have it for collection purposes, you should collect the whole thing. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. This whole video is really my opinion. You might not agree, but I'm going to give you a solid 7 out of 10. Thank you very much for the submission. Let's move on to the next. Alright, moving on to the next person. We have Money here. This is all he showed us. I know, right? It was super weird I was there with him. Okay. He hasn't provided any other screenshots, so going off of just this, he might not have anything else, to be fair. I don't rate the Chroma Laser. If you had a Chroma Laser and a Chroma Slasher, I'd rate that. If you had Fangs on its own, pretty cool. I think if you got rid of the 2 commons, they're kind of holding you back. They're not worth very much, and they're also just kind of, I don't know, clutter-ish. I don't know, it's very clean, what you showed, but I feel like if you didn't have those commons, you'd be getting a better score. I don't know. I think a 3 is pretty fair on this. There's no sets. It's clean, but there's no sets. Maybe if you just had a Fangs, I'd probably rate a Fangs a 4 out of 10. Maybe a 3 out of 10. You'd probably get the same score, to be honest. Chromas aren't going to get you very many bonus points in this case, so I'm sorry, but I think a 3 out of 10 is fair. Thank you for your submission. Let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, we got a lot of submissions. So the next one is actually from Creepy Cat Lady, one of my moderators, and, okay, very small, okay, wait. Fang, what was that? Fang, Shark, and Seer, okay. A couple of Alex Code, okay, he has some of the old YouTuber code knives. Not very rare, but that's okay. He has skulls. I know I gave him that skulls for sure. Snowflake, and I know I gave him that Fang as well. Okay, going off of this. If you had Slasher and Laser instead of Shark and Fang, I would rate that so much more. But once again, it's kind of like a no set. Not really, at least I'm not seeing any sets based on what I've seen. Let me just check one more time. He does have Asteroid and Infected, I'll rate that. Moons, he has Moons, that's pretty good. He has Ghost, okay, so he has a couple of the OG knives, but he doesn't have very much. And he doesn't have very many sets, if any at all. So I think I'd rate that a solid... I'm tempted to give it a 2. I think I'm going to give it a 2. Creepy, you could work on it. I'd invest in maybe a set that works. Obviously, if it works for you, it works for you. But in my opinion, sets go a long way. Set, if you have like the OG set... You have the Blaster Virtual set. Those go a long way. If you have even just Slasher Laser, cheapest set available on the market, those go a long way. Oh, we actually got another submission while doing this. But thank you, Creepy. I think a 2 out of 10 is warranted. I hope you did enjoy submitting. Let's move on to a couple more. We'll see how many more we do. Alright, after Creepy, we got Maddie here. Bioblade, Clown Gun. If they have the Clown Knife, I rate it. They don't have the Clown Knife. I don't rate that. I'd invest in the Clown Knife. Trade a legendary for the Clown Knife. It's totally worth it. Okay, they have the Green Fire, Red Fire set. So that's pretty good. Once again, Flames and Shark. It's really random. It's not a set. I don't know why people keep doing this. If it works for you, it works for you. But Flames and Shark don't really go together very well color-wise. You don't have the Predator set. You don't have the Clown set. I think a 2 out of 10 is probably fair on this one as well. Thank you for submitting, though. It is interesting. My personal advice, if you want it, if you're not interested in my advice, I perfectly understand that. I'm just giving my opinion. I think that if you were to trade for a set, a godly set of your choice, honestly, I think it would go a lot further. So that's my opinion. Let's move on to maybe 2 to 3 more. We're not going to get everyone in, but that's just how it be. Alright, the one following Maddie is Gingerboy, another moderator of ours. Look how long this page is. I'm not going to get through all of these guys. I'll probably keep these and do another inventory review video, so if you guys just want to submit over time, I'll probably leave this up for a couple weeks, maybe make 1 or 2 more episodes if you guys did enjoy this. Okay, he's only showing us 3 things. He's got Ghostblade. No other sets, no sets. Ginger, it could be worked on. It could be worked on, bro. Not gonna lie. I'll give that a 1 out of 10. Maybe a 1.5, but a 1 out of 10 is probably pretty fair. Let's move on to the next one. Alright. Doing a couple more here. We got Katie, another moderator. Mods participating. Like it. I like it. Eternal 4. I rate it. No Eternal 3. They're missing Eternal 3 and... Is that it? No, they're missing something else. Or no, maybe they're not. No, yeah, they're missing Darkbringer and Chroma Darkbringer. So they're missing a couple things. I rate the Season 1, though. It looks good. I rate this a lot. OG. It looks so good. Maybe if it didn't have the purple sears. Those kind of changed my opinion on it just a little bit. But honestly, the sears kind of blended in. As long as it's not a chroma, those catch the attention so fast. And I just feel like they don't look good in like classic inventories. Like, unless you have the full set, I don't know. It's just my opinion. Hollow's Edge, or the Hollow set, pretty good. I rate it. Both the scratches, I rate that too. And both the marbles. Okay, that's probably going to give you some bonus points. Tree set. Okay, that's going to take you a long way. That's probably going to carry you. Green fire, red fire, and the tree set. I haven't seen the tree set in this video so far. Honestly, I think right there, that warrants you a 5 out of 10. 50%. I think that's pretty fair. Tree set carries you a lot. Maybe a 6 out of 10. I might be a little off there. You know what? I'll give it to you. 6 out of 10. I think that's pretty fair, actually. Probably better than a 5 out of 10. It's just over 50%. You passed. I mean, this isn't really a test, but if it was, you'd be passing. My advice for this one, probably to invest in more sets. If you don't use the colored sears, combine them, trade them off for something a little bigger. You can upgrade using them and invest in a set that you really like. If you already have a set you really like, then use that too. But just from my eyes, I don't think I saw too many sets that worked. So let's move on. So maybe let's do 2 more. We'll do 2 more in this video. I promise, just 2. All right, coming into the final 2 here, we've got Kids Surround Tentacle Dude. Okay, interesting name. Classic section, pretty weak, not gonna lie. They have Clown. Do they have the Clown Knife? Clown Knife could carry. They have Batwing. Okay, I rate it. They don't have anything else, though. They don't have the Clown Knife. No. Okay, so they don't have any sets. Unless I'm missing something in Halloween. No, they don't have any sets. That's unfortunate. They have Combat. They have the other Combat. Do they have the original? No, they don't. They have Indie. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 10. No offense. It's missing sets. There's not much going on in the inventory. It's very cluttered. There's a bunch in your classic section. If you're not going to use those, I'd recommend either trading them up for a seer or just trading them in general. You could probably get maybe a couple legendaries, maybe a legendary and a rare off of that. It's probably going to be worth it. But that's my opinion. I think a 1 is pretty fair in this situation. Let's look at the final inventory for today's video. Let's get into it. Alright, jumping into the final video, or sorry, the final inventory. It does have a video, okay. Okay, they have Clown. Do they have the Clown Knife? JD Heat, okay, I rate it. I like the JD Knife, haven't seen any, maybe we saw 1 for sure. This is the second one I think I've seen. And a Heat, okay, they have Core Blocks and Nether, that's like OG-ish. I mean, they're still available, but I remember when everyone thought those were like super rare. They have Wolf, I rate it. Ice Shard and Cavern. Yikes. Oh, wait. They have the Cavern Gun? Or the knife? Was it the knife or the gun? I'm sorry. I don't remember. Cavern Knife? No! If it was a Cavern Gun, I'd rate it so much because Cavern and JD, it's the closest thing that matches JD. The Cavern Gun and JD go really well together. But since it's the knife, I don't know if I can rate that They do have an Ice Shard, they do have a JD, and they do have a Heat. They don't have a Tides. If they had Heat Tides, I'd rate that because it's kind of like a set in a way. It's like opposites. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to give this a 2 out of 10. It would be a 2.5 if I was doing halves. JD definitely carrying the score there, though. I like JD Knives. If you had the Cavern Gun, I'd easily give that a +1 no matter what your score was, because Cavern JD, it's a set that not many people use, but it's a very clean set. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, consider subscribing. And honestly, thank you guys for showing your inventories. We only made it about halfway, so I'll probably make another video out of this, maybe 2. Tell me if you guys enjoyed, and I'll probably make more. And if you want to submit submit your inventory for a review, join the Discord server, linked in the description. It's in the channel called Inventory Review. You got to verify first using a CAPTCHA. It's really easy, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.